Welcome to EPG Pathshala. My name is Dr. Neeraj Agarwal and I am Assistant Professor in University Institute of Hotel and Tourism Management, Punjab University, Chandigarh. I am presenting lecture on module titled Preparation of Restaurant under the paper titled Food and Beverage Service Operations and Management. After completing this module, the learners would be able to understand the activities to be done in the preparation of the restaurant, able to explain the procedure of mise-en-place and mise-en-place, define the jobs to be performed for the preparation of the F&B outlets, how to perform the closing job to be done in the restaurant, able to differentiate the do's and don'ts of mise-en-place. Firstly, start with introduction. A Class 1 restaurant is known for not only its services but for the decor, ambience and the mood created before the arrival of the guest. Such impression of the restaurant helps for the value addition in the name and image of service organization of that outlet. It needs a great efforts and consistency for the upkeep of quality in the services. The service personnel keep the preparation before start of the restaurant operations for the smooth functioning. It involves arranging the tables, chairs and other furniture to their position, laying of tablecloth, placing the clean crockery, cutlery and glassware on the table and in the sideboard. The still room is also well stacked along with the sideboard to replenish the required set of cutlery, crockery and glassware. Whenever required during the operation, apart from these activities, the important thing is to maintain the restaurant in the very pleasant mood and refreshing ambience. The environment of the restaurant must in the ever inviting condition for the top class services. All these activities are classified under two different jobs. These are called mise-en-place and mise-en-place. Mise-en-place involves the activities to keep the area clean, presentable and comfortable, whereas mise-en-place is the complete process of keeping the required crockery, cutlery, glassware and other items to be used in service operation to their place. Mise-en-place is required to prepare the service area very fresh for the upcoming operations. It starts from opening the door of outlet for the shift by the employees and then windows. The activities of mise-en-place include refreshing the service outlet by ventilation, cleaning and dusting of the furniture, setting of the air conditioned, music and light. Ventilation to remove the foul air from the closed environments of the restaurant. The first job is to open all the doors and windows, then switch on all the fans to evacuate the inside air, which generally having the presence of smoke of cigarettes or live kitchen, food odor, liquors, beer and wine. In the ventilation process, the fresh air from outside is introduced in the restaurant. Then cleaning and dusting. The restaurant floor is cleaned by brooms, brush or vacuum cleaner depending upon the types of flooring. The furniture, table, chair, counters and sideboards are dusted and cleaned well with duster or maybe by vacuum cleaner. Cleaning process may be associated to the housekeeping department, in which the other fixtures like light, air conditioners, curtains, ceilings, walls and any showpiece item are cleaned by the housekeeping personnel. Few items may be cleaned by the F&B staff like the desk or countertops. Air conditioning. To create the ambience of the restaurant comfortable, the air temperature is maintained by air conditioners. It may be window fitted, centralized or split air conditioning, depends on the requirement of the outlet design. The normal temperature is maintained inside is ranging from 18 to 23 degrees Celsius. The temperature of air is regulated with the help of thermostat to avoid too much cooling or heating. Music. Audio system in the restaurant is installed to develop the mood of guests so that they must feel comfortable for dining purpose. The music of the outlet may vary upon the theme of the restaurant in the similar setup. The demographic factors like age, sex, class, category always play their role in selection of the music. The audio system must be checked during mise-en-place. Lighting. It is important to check the light before start of operations, and if any kind of fault is detected, the maintenance department must be informed to fix the problem as soon as possible. The type of business decides about the lighting arrangement, like for the fast food outlet, bright light is required, and for the fine dining restaurants, diffused lights will be very much suitable. In the bar, focus lights is preferred on the bar counters. Now we discuss about mise-en-place. This activity is composed of long list of job to be done by waiting staffs. It literally means placing of items at their own position. It involves the arrangement of tables, chairs, sideboards to the required place and the placement of the necessary crockery, cutlery and other items onto them. The setup of the still room, pantry, hotplate and even linen store in restaurant is the part of mise-en-place. Now, firstly we discuss about the table setups. The setup arrangement in the fine dining restaurant is almost fixed and the furnitures are hardly moved here and there, but the other outlets like in coffee shop, the setup may be flexible depending on the theme or on the need. The tables are moved as the requirement or they may join with other tables to develop more number of covers. By shifting the tables one place to another, it must be checked that table shoes are not moved out or they are not wobbling. It may create a nuisance to the guest or customer while sitting or having the food. The linen on the table, that is a base cloth, tablecloth, runners or slip cloth, must be laundered cleanly and laid up very properly. The legs of the tables must be free from any kind of dust. Chairs, as per the number of tables and covers on them, chairs are placed. The chairs must be clean and the distance between each should be maintained properly to facilitate in service by the waiting staff as well as to ease in sitting on them. Again, the wobbling issue should never be found in the chairs. Otherwise, it will be an uncomfortable for the guests or diners. Any seat cover, back cover or cushion is a part of chair or couch should be fixed on them. Sideboard. The proper arrangements of sideboard along with crockery, cutlery and other required items help throughout the service operations. The staff should ensure with mise-en-place of sideboard as following. The boxes of sideboard should be filled with sets of service spoon and fork, all-purpose or dessert spoon, fork and knife, soup spoon, tea and coffee spoon, fish knife and fish fork, joint knife and fork and side knife, meat plate, fish plate, dessert plate, side plate, saucers. Soup should be stacked in the rack of sideboards. Adequate number of trays and solvers could be kept in the sideboard. Condiments and cruets must be filled before the operations. Tomato ketchups, other proprietary sauces or dips and preserves along with their serving bowl or sauce boat must be stacked for smooth operations. Restaurant menu, beverage list, QT pads, notes pads, pens, table numbers, toothpicks, straws, serviettes, ashtrays should be arranged as per the capacity of the restaurant. Crockery and cutlery wiping, crockery and cutlery, wiping of crockery and cutlery after washing is significant job under the mise-en-place activity. This job is primarily done by the kitchen stewarding department. Care must be taken that no water marks, finger marks and other kind of grease or oil should left on them. After wiping, they must be placed to their appropriate positions. Glassware. After washing the glassware, they must be wiped properly by the neat and clean cloth. Any kind of moist or old used cloth will leave the fishy smell in the wiped glasses or even in the crockery and cutlery. The rims of glass should not be having any mark like of lipstick or oil. For removal of water stains from the water goblet, steam and vinegar is used. Handling of glasswares to keep them hygienic is a kind of practice which must be known by every service personnel. Now linen. All the required linen either to be laid on the table or to be used in the service operation must be stacked before the operation starts. Adequate number of linen should be collected from the linen room of housekeeping department and then they can be kept in linen store of F&B department as well as in sideboard. Still room. The still room is the backup area of the restaurant during the service operation and it support the service personnel to run the operation smoothly. Just after washing and wiping of the crockery, cutlery and glassware, they are stored in the still room at their positions. The in charge of still room must ensure the following jobs to be done: filling of cruet sets, condiment sets, preserve sets, bread baskets, butter dishes, sugar bowl, toothpick holder, straw holders, bowls for tomato ketchup, English and French mustard and Parmesan cheese bowls, etc. Refilling of oil and vinegar stands, pepper mills, etc. It keeps the backup for the crockery and cutlery to be used on table and on sideboard. Pantry. During the service operation, pantry section works along with the restaurant. It works parallel to support the restaurant in various ways from bain-marie, toaster, juicer, chiller, water coolers and plate warmer. The pantry in charge provides the finger bowls, ice buckets to the serving personnel and must ensure that all the equipments are working properly. Hotplate. The person who is responsible for this section is called a boyer or barker. He must ensure that the necessary items are ready for the job like plate warmer is stacked with enough number of meal plate, joint plate, half plate, side plate, soup plate and bowls, underliners, etc. The pickup counter is ready for the pickup the food they service in the restaurant. QOT machine or dispenser is working properly. Important work and their procedure in mise-en-place is wiping of tables and chairs and their procedure is, while doing so, check up for protrusion of nails, watermarks and stains. Also check for wobbling of chairs and tables. If found to be wobbling, adjust the tables and chairs or put a packing of wood underneath the legs of the table. Do not use doily, coasters or newspaper for packing. Arrange the tables and chairs in a very orderly manner. Now, we discuss about the procedure of wiping of cutlery. Collect the entire cutlery from the back area and bring them to the sideboard. Place the cutlery required for the setup on a solver while the extras will be placed in the drawers. Now, the wiping of glassware. All glassware from the back area should be carried on a solver in an inverted position to the sideboard. Inspect holding glass by base or stem. The glass should be free from marks. Keep them at a safe position ready for use. Cleaning and checking cruet set. The procedure is white salt in the salt cellar to be changed every 7 days during summer and every 3 days during rainy season and winter season. Salt and pepper to be filled 3/4 full at all times. Paper to be changed every 7 days. The cruet set is to be cleaned with a clean dry cloth before being put onto the table. Table setup procedures. Always lay the wiped and checked cruet set along with the bird vase. The center appointments be laid in the following manner: cruet set, bud vase, the sauce stand containing chili, vinegar, soya sauce and hot garlic sauce. Place the chopsticks resting on the chopstick stand on the right of the cover. Place Chinese teacup and a saucer next to the bottom of chopstick. Water goblet should be turned upright by holding the base of the goblet. Lastly, place the napkin in the center of the cover on the starter's plate. Cover is the space that is required to lay the cutleries, crockery, glassware and linen for one person at the beginning of the meal. Now, sideboard mise-en-place procedure. All sideboards to be cleaned from outside and inside with a dry duster prior to mise-en-place. Check the sideboard for any damage or maintenance work needed. If needed, supervisors to be informed, and it will then be responsibility of the restaurant supervisor to ensure that the repair work is carried out. Trays, solvers to be shelf washed and polished. Change the lining of trays. Toothpick stands to be cleaned and filled with toothpicks. Required number as mentioned in the tables below of crockery, cutlery, glassware and linen to be stacked neatly in the sideboard as shown in the figure below. Back area mise-en-place procedure. Wipe all the crockery, cutlery and other miscellaneous items such as portion bowls, platters, glass bowls, etc. All bar glasses should be placed in a glass rack and sent to the bar where the wiping will be done. All cutleries to be sent to the stewarding department where the polishing will be done. To ensure that all the plates are in the warmer and the warmer is maintained at 65 degrees centigrade. Ensure that the hot water tap and the steamer is functioning and is set at right temperature. Ensure that the following items are stacked. Cashier mise-en-place procedure. Ensure that there is a float of minimum cash at the beginning of the shift. A register containing the details of the filled cards is maintained and the cards are sent to the F&B office at the end of the month. Ensure that all the items as mentioned below are kept in their respective places. Now, do's and don'ts of mise-en-place. First, do's. Do have a very keen eye contact on the restaurant setup. Do always have a check for cleanliness and sanitation of cutleries and crockeries. Be punctual at all times. Be attentive while laying the covers. Always use clean, wipe and sanitized cutlery and crockery. Always use clean, washed, starched and ironed linen. Always maintain bar stock levels in the sideboards. Now, I will discuss about don'ts. Don't shirk allotted responsibilities. Do not handle cutlery with bare hands. Do not neglect the cleanliness and hygienic aspects of the restaurant. Now, I will discuss the post-operation activities. The closing of service operation contains again a lot of job which must be carried out in a routine basis. These are collection of all the soiled crockery, cutlery, glassware, flatware, plates, bowls, etc. and send them for washing. Second, the unused crockery, cutlery, glassware, flatware, plates, bowl to be sent back to their original position. Third, teapots, coffee pots, milk pot, creamer, sugar pot, cups and saucers are sent back in the pantry area or in the still room. Fourth, Cruets from the tables are sent back to the sideboard if still enough content in the for another use, otherwise will be sent back to the still room. Fifth, sideboards are arranged with the essential items and cleaned properly. Number 6, the soiled linen to be collected, counted and recorded in the linen book and kept ready to be sent for washing purpose. 7th, the used dishes for butter and dips to be sent to the cleaning. 8th, the remaining food and platters in the sideboard must be removed immediately after service and sent for washing. Otherwise, it will create stink odor in the restaurant. 9th, the residual food items which could be used again are returned to the kitchen or stored properly. 10th, water jugs are emptied and wiped to dry. 11th, ashtrays are cleaned and kept in the sideboard. 12th, toothpicks, straws, matchbox, doily papers, coasters, napkins are collected from the sideboard and restored in the still room. 13th, the extra lights, air conditioners, music system are switched off after the services and as soon the last diner or guest in the restaurant moves out. 14th, the electrical appliances in the pantry like bain-marie, salamander, toaster, griller, water boiler, water cooler, hot cases and hot plates are switched off and possibly wire should be disconnected. 15th, sales summary report is generated and tallied with the kitchen order tickets raised in the restaurant. 16th, cash in the counter and credits in the accounts are matched with the sale. 17th, cash machines and computer systems are set to switch off after generating all the reports. 18th, washrooms and toilets are checked for cleaning and lights are switched off. 19th, before leaving the restaurant, all lights and unnecessary appliances are switched off. 20th, the locking systems in the restaurants are properly checked for safety purpose. Now, I would summarize. In this chapter, we defined the importance of pre-preparation of the restaurant, the activities to be carried out in the process of mise-en-place and mise-en-place. Mise-en-place involves the activities to keep the area clean, presentable and comfortable, whereas mise-en-place is the complete process of keeping the required crockery, cutlery, glassware and other items to be used in service operation to their place. We also showed how the tasks are done in the various sections of restaurant. An understanding of these processes will provide the necessary foundation for those seeking to understand the opening and closing process in food services. Thank you and have a nice day.